Three words that would describe DCD for me would be fun, educating, and challenging.
Supportive, inclusive, and different in a good way, which I like.
We look at middle school as a journey from grade 6 when they arrive till the 8th grade, and our job is to try to create an experience in which students become responsible learners, to become independent, and to hopefully develop a passion from which to draw upon.
Feedback we have coming back from the students and parents is, fortunately, they feel very well prepared from the DCD curriculum. They feel that middle school academically gave them the tools and the study habits they need to succeed at some of these very competitive schools.
Close reading and writing skills, being able to read for understanding, but also read for being able to interpret figurative language, being able to write clearly and lucidly about what they read. And in terms of my own curriculum, I think I try to give the kids the fundamentals of grammar through looking at all the parts of speech and then doing some diagramming so the kids think about how parts of speech fit together to create a sentence and to create meaning.
A lot of students come in to my math class afraid of making mistakes, feeling they can't really do the math when it's not true at all. So one thing that I especially work on is their confidence, because in middle school math, confidence is as important as their math ability. If they feel they can do the work, they will stick with it, and they can in fact do the work.
My special thing is, I believe in, is they'll know how to write a lab report. And that is, with all the students I've ever had come back and talk to me, that has always been the thing that they said, boy, did I hate doing those things. They were hard, they were difficult, but it really, really helped me when I went to high school to be able to know how to organize things in the right way and to have done it before and to know what it's supposed to look like. And no matter where you go to school and what kind of science you take, that's definitely something that's going to be helpful for you.
A ways back, we learned as a faculty that the time period between Thanksgiving break and winter break is really difficult, for instance, to bring in a subject and then to have 2 weeks off and then to try to pick back up on that. So a group of us decided it made much more sense to try to create a mini term, to isolate a subject and to teach it in 3 weeks with the idea that it would begin and end in that time frame. And that allowed us to start thinking outside the box of what we would really like to teach. So, for instance, in history, the idea was we want to partner with the English department and create a humanities course. And it just allowed for a rich opportunity to bring in many different elements into the class, whether it be film, whether it be speakers, art, or literature. And this was a perfect time to take the science curriculum, push it off to the side, and actually bring in the idea of a science exposition, to have students go through the process of thinking of an experiment, work through the entire process, and then come out with a product at the very end that they could actually show off at the exposition.
If you look at the amount of time that we spend in the arts, you can tell that the school values it. It's particularly in the middle school, an hour every day, roughly 50 minutes from 10 to 11, right in the middle of the academic day is really incredible to actually have that time with the children. The arts are similar to what you can learn in any academic setting and really even on the athletics fields. Some of the lessons are exactly the same. If you don't have the skills and the vocabulary, it's just throwing paint up against the wall. And so I think one of the reasons why we have so many choices is an effort to let the children find what medium they enjoy and would like to focus on.
I think DCD has put a lot of emphasis on athletics because the school wants a well-rounded child and wants somebody to come here and have lots of experiences. And so the triangle model of arts, academics, and athletics, when that was put together years ago, they took it seriously, and they did not shortchange athletics in any sense of the term, and it's held. But also all the other components to it, never giving up, playing hard, being a good teammate, having good sportsmanship, rallying around the common cause of doing one's best. All those intangibles are occurring during the games and throughout the whole experience of the whole season. So it's a combination of all those factors, what we're doing here at DCD.
One aspect of the middle school curriculum centers around community service with the idea that we do want to become caring and ethical members of a larger world.
I think that what we're trying to get the kids to do is to look at community service as just a normal part of life, and something that whatever it is that you have to contribute, that you're willing to get out there and make a difference in whatever way you can, and try to steer away from the idea that community service is all about writing a check. We want community service to be a more active and participatory thing. And we feel like that really lays the foundations of a habit that's going to lead the kids to a lifetime of just being more engaged in the world and trying to give back whatever they can.
The Smooth Talk speech is a real rite of passage for our 8th graders. All the 8th graders write a speech about a person or an event that is, or a person that's made an impact on their life. And during a Smooth Talk evening where all the 8th grade families are invited, each child will get up and make a 3 or 4 minute speech. It's a really moving experience to see these 8th graders who are now ready to transition off to next schools, being confident enough to share their experiences, whether they've had a 1 or 2 year journey at DCD or whether they've been here for 10 years. So that's a really thrilling part for us as faculty to be able to see them stand up and present these speeches about their family and friends.
In the advisory program, there's also a large component of identity building and really of exploring one's own self. And as teachers, as individuals, we address it through modeling for the kids what we believe citizens and leaders are. And I think what the kids really see is when the adults around them are able to express who they are authentically and are able to kind of support the choices that we've made as individuals, well, really holding our kids accountable as students to formulating opinions and speaking their mind, which to me is a huge aspect of citizenship and leadership.
6th graders, as they come into the middle school, they are eager to please. They are followers for the most part. They are trying to just figure out how things work. By 8th grade, they are confident, they are self-reliant, they're independent, and for the most part figured out who they are. And as they leave DCD, they're able to take that and move on to the next school and be an incredibly powerful, dedicated member of their next community.
And it's actually a very interesting time in their lives because unlike your 6th and 7th graders who are sort of coming up through DCD, the whole purpose of 8th grade is to prepare them to leave DCD.
You can just see how far these kids come in 3 years, and it's really exciting, and it makes us feel great about letting them go when they leave